Markets react faster than microbes. Futures for Class 3 milk used in cheese production fell 9% the week the outbreak became public, wiping out millions in projected revenue. Export partners demanded origin certificates for every shipment, forcing co-ops to scramble for paperwork. Small artisanal creameries, once cushioned by loyal clientele, confronted price spikes in veterinary care, cleaning supplies, and insurance premiums. Meanwhile, supermarket chains hedged by ordering extra shelf-stable, plant-based alternatives, accelerating a consumer pivot that had long simmered under the surface. Markets react faster than microbes. Futures for Class 3 milk used in cheese production fell 9% the week the outbreak became public, wiping out millions in projected revenue. Export partners demanded origin certificates for every shipment, forcing co-ops to scramble for paperwork. Small artisanal creameries, once cushioned by loyal clientele, confronted price spikes in veterinary care, cleaning supplies, and insurance premiums. Meanwhile, supermarket chains hedged by ordering extra shelf-stable, plant-based alternatives, accelerating a consumer pivot that had long simmered under the surface. Yet the ledger shows intangibles beside dollars. Farm workers worried not only about infection but also about bringing the virus home to immunocompromised relatives. Veterinarians faced the moral weight of recommending culling beloved bovine companions. Public trust in regulatory agencies wavered, rekindling memories of past foodborne outbreaks. Each sector wrestled with its own definition of acceptable risk. Ethicists joined the debate, asking whether our drive for high-density, high-yield animal operations had created a perfect evolutionary workshop for pathogens. They pointed to European surveys suggesting that farms with pasture access reported lower viral loads, hinting that welfare and public health intertwine. The industry countered with data showing controlled indoor environments reduce exposure to wild birds, illustrating that solutions rarely fit into neat ideological boxes. One underreported casualty was the veterinary student pipeline. Applications to large animal programs, already in decline, took another hit as headlines portrayed barnyards as biohazard zones. The next generation of experts may hesitate to enter a field haunted by invisible threats. Still, crises can catalyze reform. Dairy cooperatives in Wisconsin piloted pooled biosecurity funds so neighbors are not financially punished for early reporting. Startups fast-tracked ultraviolet milk filtration systems promising redundancy beyond heat treatment. And a coalition of milk processors and animal welfare NGOs drafted guidelines for transparent outbreak dashboards, so consumers monitor cases like weather reports. A radical experiment in trust through sunlight. Economists at Purdue University projected that if 15% of the national herd became infected, dairy revenue could drop by $4 billion annually, while downstream industries, cheese, butter, infant formula, would feel cascading shortages. But numbers cannot capture cultural loss. In rural county fairs, prize-winning cows symbolize generational knowledge. A cancelled show season drained not just ticket sales, but community identity. Even international tourism took a hit. Farmstay vacations, rising in popularity among urban families seeking pastoral escapes, saw booking cancellations of up to 70%. Local B&B owners scrambled to pivot, offering virtual tours that featured sanitized, pre-recorded footage, another layer of mediated reality that shaved urgency from the crisis narrative. Meanwhile, animal rights groups leveraged the spotlight to question intensive dairying itself, proposing a pivot to plant-based alternatives. The debate, once fringe, entered mainstream talk shows, illustrating how a microscopic organism can become a fulcrum for societal reconsideration of food ethics. Insurance actuaries, faced with modeling an outbreak that bridges avian and bovine domains, introduced a novel metric cross-species contagion risk, CSCR. Policies adjusted nearly overnight, with premiums spiking for farms operating within 5 kilometers of wetlands. This financial nudge mirrored ecological risk maps, subtly steering agricultural expansion away from migratory bird flyways. Whether profit motives can accomplish what regulations have struggled to enforce remains an open experiment.